Meghan has continuously denounced and defamed the royal family, but no one knows how kind the royal family has been to her. I hate that fake woman. Perhaps a child named Archie is the poorest child I have ever known. He cannot live and develop like a normal child. I am analyzing in case that child really exists, but in reality, I'm not sure because no evidence or witnesses can prove that this child really exists. As a normal child, when born, he will live in the love of his parents, grandparents, and other family members. They will occasionally go for walks, picnics, parks, playgrounds, etc. But what about Archie, being confined to the house 24/7 by Harry and Meghan? I don't believe paparazzi couldn't hunt for pictures of children if they really existed. That is so absurd. How bad will Archie's development process be? I feel so much for baby Archie. In fact, Meghan rejected all royal offers of help with regards to Archie's birth. This is highly suspicious in itself. Further, when she stated in the Oprah interview that she was suicidal, she was supposedly pregnant with Archie, yet the prenatal clinics, which are hot on mental health for pregnant mothers for obvious reasons, were not made aware of it. When she was going for her pregnancy checkups, how come she didn't mention it to the appropriate team that she was under? Besides, the nurses always ask about your general well-being. It's mighty suspicious that even being in receipt of prenatal care, she made no mention of the state of her mental health to the appropriate team. The night she told Harry in his book Spare that she would kill herself and her unborn child, going as far as explaining different ways it could be done, was the night that she appeared grinning like a Cheshire cat at a public event throughout. The only signs of distress seemed to come from Prince Harry. Strange that. I mean, going into detail about committing suicide, including your unborn child, in my humble opinion, smacks of her trying to manipulate Harry into joining her in some kind of pact that she would obviously survive and he wouldn't. But such is Harry's dimness, he never thought that this suicide should include him. Nice try, Miss Markle. Moreover, this pregnancy scam meant that Harry, of course, would not be concerned with regard to his wife's mental health. He could have called any top therapists for his wife for immediate help, but he did not, as there was no unborn child that she was carrying, which, in my humble opinion, is nearer the truth of this farce. Even Meghan was so fake that she claimed to leave to protect Archie. Could it be that the royal family treated their newborn grandson cruelly? Is the royal family that evil? No one believes that. This has to be a personal opinion only, as only the couple involved are privy to the decision-making. And my view is no. They did not leave to protect Archie and themselves. It may seem harsh, but subsequent events appear to bear witness to this. Prior to meeting the Markle and marrying her, Harry appeared to be content to fade back from the royal life and immerse himself in the military world. At the time of leaving initially, they were going to live in Canada as private individuals. As soon as the formal leaving date passed, that went into the bin and they moved, or are in the process of moving, to Los Angeles, where Markle intends to pursue her former celebrity lifestyle, trading on the title she now has of Duchess of Sussex. It is not, in my opinion, too great a leap of faith to assume this was her game plan from day one. And now, I don't think Meghan will ever take her child Ren back to the UK. She may not even have the guts to show her own face. Her new pregnancy is a great excuse for this year. I think she also has a sadistic side and is enjoying punishing the royal family and the British public in her mind. They wouldn't bow down to her and her upstaging antics and deserve to be punished. Also, I don't believe for a moment that she doesn't read the reports about her and Harry. She'll know that she's been caught out lying and that most of the British people hate her guts. She blew a lot of their money and disrespected the Queen and the rest of the family, especially Prince Philip. Like, does she have a heart or what? Plus, I don't think they're too eager to see her face, let alone take happy family photos with her on the balcony of Buckingham Palace. She's the worst thing that's ever happened to the monarchy. After all, the reason Meghan left Hoang can only be summed up with one word: money. Because Meghan couldn't have her cake and eat it. Because Meghan couldn't get her paws on enough royal family dosh. Because Meghan got called out on her double standards and her hypocritical lifestyle. Because Meghan couldn't have everything her own way. Because Meghan didn't get what Meghan wanted all the time. Because the British public fell out of love with Meghan being able to see through her and her devious, greedy behavior. Because the royal family found Meghan impossible to manage. She became a liability to the UK and the royal family, because Meghan is impossible. And now Meghan and Harry are suffering the consequences of the crimes they committed. At this time, they seem to have reached the end of their income stream. Meghan's podcast was dropped by Spotify, and the new relationship with Lemonade is on hold. The Netflix series isn't living up to expectations, and their 2 other projects did not either. Harry's book did well, but unless he truly has another book of material, I think that is a one-hit wonder. Meghan has launched a lifestyle brand without much planning and nothing to sell, so that doesn't appear to be a reliable source of income. I have watched over and again their attempts to carve out something for themselves, and it all boils down to lack of insight, lack of planning, and gross lack of follow-through and work ethic. Unless that changes dramatically, I don't see them being self-supporting, at least for the lifestyle they wish to lead. None of the above takes into account that they have, through a series of gross lies, miscalculations, awful PR stunts, and failure to read the room, revealed themselves as wholly unlikable people. The constant beating of the racist drum, the drama around their security. When Brother William goes for a run in New York's Central Park with only one protection officer, the easily disproved lies in the Netflix series and Spare, and the somewhat shady dealings at Archewell all make them people others would prefer to avoid. Before, they were crazy people, living a happy life without knowing how to enjoy it. They specifically didn't want to work for a living, didn't like the house that the Queen gave them along with a very generous grant to do the place up, plus servants. She did realize that working royals actually work very hard, and the trappings of royalty aren't free. So they resigned as working royals and left. The next move was to insult the family, first of all on TV and then in books. Not nice people, and it's no surprise that the majority of people who they said were friends now no longer want to know them. Not only that, Meghan was too jealous of Catherine that she had to leave to go back to the U.S. She told Harry that they would be American royalty in the U.S., just like Prince William and Catherine are in the U.K. Meghan always thought she should be front and center, and she didn't like it when she had to curts Prince William and Catherine. It was too much for her inflated ego to bear, so she wanted to leave. Unfortunately, UK titles aren't used in the US, but Meghan keeps on trying to. I believe Harry misses his old life in the UK, but if Megamouth is happy, he'll suck it up or go juggle some more balls for Meghan. I'm not at all a fan of Meghan, but Harry is an adult, so to speak. He is very selfish, and you can see the jealousy he has of his brother. Sad to say, they both fit. She controls him, but he goes along with it. I hope they stay away from the royals. They have no place there and will bring damage to it all. They wanted freedom, so stay away. The realization that she would never surpass Catherine in status was too much to digest. Harry and his new wife were incredibly popular in the UK initially, and it seems she was unable to comprehend why this would not upgrade their royal status to above, or at least equality with the Cambridges. She just didn't get why the Cambridges were given the more important functions to attend. Eventually coming to the conclusion that the Cambridges were jealous of their popularity, or there was racism afoot. Both are evidence of warped thought processes. And both are wrong. In the celebrity world she had inhabited, popularity resulted in top billing. This was her mindset, and apparently is still the mindset of many Sussex followers. The reality is, because he was the firstborn son, William is a direct heir to the throne, but Harry is not. William is going to be king. Harry is not. William is a senior member of the royal family by his status as heir. Harry is not and never has been. No way could Harry's wife stomach this glaring reality. So back to celebrity land and the world she knows. No one wants to welcome a narcissistic woman. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.